Shane Morris cannot be going back into this game. This is atrocious to me.
I knew the kid had an ankle injury.
This incident probably the worst in the history of Michigan football. Its integrity has been questioned. Its beliefs have been questioned.
We need to clean house because now we're hurting kids.
There's a student rally on campus called a Fire Dave Brandon Rally. Historically sold out, waitlisted in season tickets. That's all gone.
To the big house, 109,000 plus. Michigan, a program under heavy criticism right now. 0-2, they've lost 3 consecutive games. Penn State sanctions lifted. Will they be bowl-bound this season? That's one of the questions that beg the rest of the way. They come in 4-1, and this just the 3rd ever night game at the big house. The previous 2 against Notre Dame. The good news for the Wolverines and Brady Hoke is that they are undefeated under the lights, 2-0. 2nd and 15. This the opening drive of the ball game for the Nittany Lions. After taking the opening kickoff, Belton inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. He comes up a couple yards short of the first down. The big, strong, powerful runner got stoned, but bounces back. Brought down short of the first down, it looks like, or he's right there. It's going to be close. Hackenberg completes it. Belton out of the backfield, and another first down or close to it. Picked up just right around 10 yards. Job so far. They run it into the boundary, and they string it out. Michigan's defense sitting on that one. Jake Ryan, the team's new middle linebacker, moved. Belton in the Wildcat formation, throws it incomplete. He had a man in the end zone, Kyle Carter, but he overthrew him by just a little bit. And it'll be 3rd and goal coming up for Penn State. So QB at QB. In the shotgun, 3 receivers out to the top of your screen. Hackenberg with time. And sacked back at the 18. Great effort by Gideon. Ben Gideon. First sack of the year for him.
Yeah. He has pretty good protection, has to let it go. Can't get rid of it. Gideon finds him when he tries to slide out. But that's a ball that has to come out a little faster down there. You don't have a lot of time because there's not a lot of room down there.
Now Sam Ficken going to attempt this field goal from 35 yards out. Ficken 10-12 on the season. Had a game-winning 36-yarder this year earlier against UCF. And he knocks this one through to give the Nittany Lions a 3-0 lead, but a little bit of a missed opportunity in 10. Wolverines come in at 2-4 overall, 0-2 in conference play. Gardner hands it off. On the reverse, that's Norfleet, one of their big playmakers. Picks up about 3 yards on the play. And let's talk about Devin Gardner, the quarterback. Doug Nussmeier, the offensive coordinator for the Wolverines, telling us he thought that Gardner had great command last week. Throws it, and it's caught at the 46. Wow. Darboh going up high and coming down and able to hang on to pick up 14. Little play action. They set up the screen. Good blocking out in front of the tailback, Smith. And Davion Smith with a nice run. And Bumper as opposed to Green. Give it to him here, and looks like he picks up enough for the first down. Picked up 3 on the play. First down and 10. Michigan with the football at the Penn State 42-yard line. Devin Gardner back to pass. Touchdown, Michigan! Devin Funchess through the arms of Ryan Kaiser. Unbelievable.
He just took it away from Kaiser. Kaiser waited like it was a punt and thought he had plenty of time for it and tried to catch it low. Funchess goes up and grabs it at the highest point, as one should.
And a great answer to Penn State's opening drive and a field goal with a retort of their own on the 43-yard touchdown reception by Devin Funches.
You know, it's actually not a great throw. It's actually into coverage, but what a great effort by Funches to take this away. And Michigan gets off to a great start with all the alums around.
1st and 10 Nittany Lions from the 25. Bill Belton having a lot of success running the football early in the ball game. Picked up 9 that time, Rod.
What James Franklin said yesterday.
And 1. Jesse James sets. And Belton picks up the first down for Penn State. Belton, a pretty good receiver coming out of the backfield.
Yeah. He's got the best hands.
1st and 10 from the 36. Belton stopped on a dime and no change left over. Brought down by Frank Clark for a loss of 2. It was interesting going back to Belton. Belton back again. Bouncing it outside and brought down just shy of the 40. But he still picked up 6 yards.
And that's the difference.
Little pressure coming. Hackenberg still alive. Finds Belton as the safety valve. And wow, they make lemonade out of lemons. A missed tackle on the play by Blake Countess. And a great move by Hackenberg.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you only need 3rd and 5, you know, you can get rid of that ball. You can deal with the pressure, and he's not known for getting away from it. But
so that they came back with a renewed sense of vigor and excitement, looking forward to playing in the big house. Pass complete on the outside to Hamilton. And Hamilton shows you why he's the leader in the Big Ten in receptions coming into the game tonight. Quick receiver screen to Hamilton again. Got a nice block out there and a first down at the 22-yard line. Gino Lewis, fellow receiver Rod, leaving the way.
And notice balls and lining up.
Hackenberg gets rid of it quickly, finds Jesse James. His forward progress is going to be marked at about the 20, a 3-yard gain on the play, and that's the first time they find the tall James out there. And Monty Thomas making the stop. He on 2nd and 7. They hand it off to Zwinak. Trying to move that pile, and he makes it to the 18, picking up 2. It'll be 3rd down. There's the second 10-play drive tonight already. 3rd and 5. Pass complete, but it's going to be short of the first down at the 15-yard line. Hamilton picks up 3 on the play.
You know, he actually had more time to wait, and I think they're going to go for it here. I mean, the way they've run the ball. Oh, he was unhappy with that. You see Franklin on the sideline there? Boy. Miscommunication.
Like he was, I could be wrong here, but it looked like he was getting in the face of one of his coaches over there.
I think they wanted to be ready to go to surprise Michigan and run the play. And the special teams, the field goal team, started on the field. I think there was a miscommunication with the coaching staff.
From 32 yards out, made one earlier from 35. And Ficken is true. We're going to stay right here. The score's 7-6 now, but a pretty good start for Penn State. You get the feeling, though, Rod, that just 6 points to show for 2 very impressive long drives.
Gardner has to be careful in this passing situation. 6 picks.
They set up the screen. He's picked off. Zettel. They tried to get it to Hayes on the screen, and just as you said, Rod, another interception.
Well, the turnovers have been the problem for Michigan's offense.
Slot of the formation.
But they can run it with Bolden, given where he's lined up.
James in motion. They run it. And Belton to the middle of the field. Falls for no gain on the play. Joe Bolden, one of the voices on defense for that Michigan team. A young man we had a chance to visit with yesterday. There he is, number 35. Playing a lot more physical this year, and he's really been
what did he
prideful.
Yeah, what did he say to you about the Michigan brand? I've never heard a player talk about a school's brand. Said their brand is still good.
Yeah, got to keep up with the colors. 2nd and goal. attention. And Hackenberg is going to be brought down at the 10-yard line, setting up a 3rd down and goal. Good coverage that time by the Michigan secondary tonight. Had to settle for a couple of field goals. 3rd and goal here. Hackenberg. Touchdown, Hamilton.
Oh, man.
He threw a frozen rope that melted right in the arms of his receiver, and there's where the interception that gave that play life started. The first touchdown catch of the season for Hamilton, the first of his career. And Zettel, the guy that's been doing a lot of MMA training, mixed martial arts, great handiwork insides, but soft hands on that play, Rob.
Find a defensive lineman with good hands to set up your quarterback to make a throw like this. Man, that is big-time throw.
Little pressure coming. They get rid of it in time, though. And the pass complete to Darboh. Yeah, what about the change in systems?
Well, he went from a system that was spread, hurry up.
On the draw play, Justice Hayes picks up 4. It'll be 3rd and about 11 to go.
I got a Michigan fan story for you. I don't know if this guy is representative at all, but I was in the elevator with Coach Franklin. He had on his Penn State garb and everything, and a fan from Michigan gets on with a yellow T-shirt. Franklin says, "Hey, I got some Penn State stuff I can give you." And the fan looked at him and said, "I'm rooting for you.
Wow.
I want you to win.
Wow.
I want you to win so we can fire our coach." And Franklin said, "Wait a minute, he's a good man." And he says, "He may be a good man, but he's a lousy coach." I don't know if that fan's typical, but there's some of them in the stadium.
There's some fans out there on the edges with a lot of vitriol. That pass complete at the 36-yard line. What a grab by Darboh, working against Trevor Williams.
And he just found that football. And he really had to get his head around to find this ball because it wasn't where he expected it. Watch him make the adjustment and turn back around. That's a nice job. That's a guy.
And using his legs here, but Penn State was sitting on it as they get tackled right on the fringes of field goal range by Dion Barnes.
Yeah, I think Wortman was in there also.
Gardner finds his receiver. Penn State swarming to the football. Makes the tackle short of the first down, an 8-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, see it.
Yeah.
Going for a field goal.
That while from 45. And he knocks it through. Dead center. That'll win the fans back a little bit as Michigan cuts the deficit to 3 points. Hackenberg complete. Where are they going to mark this one? He appeared to catch it right near the marker, and they spotted short of the first down, but regardless, the clock now running as they spot the ball. 4th and 1 coming up. And that pretty much kills their chances.
Yeah, that'll end it. They'll let this go.
Timeout. Michigan.
So Michigan wants to force them to kick.
30 seconds.
They want to have a shot at it. More risk for Michigan than for Penn State.
They are rushing 4, not just 3, and it proved to help with the sack on Hackenberg. And that's going to be the end of the first half of play.
That's what you do with the Hail Mary. You rush 4. As a former defensive player, I'm so frustrated when you see these teams rush 3 get lined up.
Lynch dotting the I formation in the backfield. Carter in motion. They run it. Nowhere to go that time. For Akeel Lynch, stopped by James Ross III, a loss of 1 on the play.
Ross was unblocked on the edge and just came in and made the tackle. He was the free man. We talk quick to just try and get yourself in better position for a field goal, because picking up 12 to 13 is going to be tough with the heat he's going to get right now.
50% on third downs tonight. Blacknall split wide to the top of your screen. Downfield, incomplete. The intended receiver, Chris Godwin, forced out of bounds seemingly by Raymond Taylor.
And I think that's what the flag is for. He was ineligible once he went out of bounds.
Sets up a 4th down and 11. They're spotting the ball at about the 37-yard line, so it would be about a 54-yarder if they attempt the field goal.
That's a little bit rich.
Yeah.
Little rich right now with a 3-point lead.
Well, they're going to punt instead. And they're going to fake it, go for it on the fly sweep. And Michigan deciphers it and destroys it. Great play and a nice tackle on the play by McCray.
Talk about players working hard, being prepared, doing their job, not falling asleep. This tells you this team is engaged, not taking a play off. That's a great play. He had 30 yards or so. I mean, he had one for 25, but can't do that very often.
2nd and 8. Gardner drills it complete. A couple yards short of the 1st down to number 1, Funchess. Funchess, remember, the former tight end, played tight end for a couple years. Now use him as a wide receiver and switched his number accordingly from number 87 to number 1. He's the first Michigan player to wear it since Braylon Edwards in 2004. They're going to try and go for the sneak here on 3rd and short, and he didn't make it. It's going to be 4th down coming up. Not much movement at all.
Yeah, and that's a long way to go for a sneak.
Even for a guy like Gardner,
yeah,
who's a good runner?
You just don't have any momentum. You're under center. You're just trying to wedge yourself, but you know the defense is going down underneath, and he's limping now.
That is not a good sign for Michigan offensively. Devin Gardner and his backup Shane Morris have both had nicks and bruises and bumps.
Look at the Penn State defensive line win the battle by getting lower than the Michigan offensive line. And now Gardner limping completely off. That means we're likely to see Shane Morris.
And the quarterbacking carousel at Michigan would appear to rotate one revolution here as Shane Morris, who suffered a concussion a couple of weeks ago against Minnesota.
And a bad ankle to boot.
Yep.
They cleared him a few days ago for this game. That'll be worth watching to see what happens there.
Jessica Mendoza down to the sidelines. Hopefully you get a little news from the sidelines on that. This is going to be a great punt down right around the 5-yard line by the Wolverines. A 47-yard punt, but of greater concern, will Gardner return? More on the other side. Going from his own 6. Completes it. And a nice catch and run by Jesse James, still on his feet, moving that little pile across the 20 to the 22. A nice gain of 16 yards. And there's a look at Bellamy warming up on the sideline. Russell Bellamy, who hasn't thrown that much in his entire career. That doesn't look good for Gardner.
No, and Bellamy's a 3rd-string quarterback. We were told this week Shane Morris was cleared and as number 2 ready to play. But that appears not to be the case.
Bellamy the one throwing, and not Morris. 1st and 10 for the Nittany Lions. Handoff goes to Akeel Lynch, who picks up 3. Little blitz coming by Michigan. Flag down, Hackenberg. Picked off. Michigan takes it away at the 28. Jordan Lewis.
And that's why you choose to be conservative down here.
They heated him up with a lot of pressure, Rod.
But that's no surprise. You know the pressure's coming.
Play, holding, offense number 72. That penalty is declined. 1st down.
And that's just not game awareness. You're Christian Hackenberg.
Taking his first, well, he's not even on the stat sheet, folks. He hasn't thrown a pass this year. He's 4 of 21 career and hands it off, making the safe move to Davion Smith. And hasn't thrown it since 2012. Smith in the backfield, and they hand it off. Nowhere to go down at the 25-yard line. Barnes making the stop on the play.
Well,
3rd and 7.
And
from the 25, Justice Hayes in a tailback beside Bellamy. He's going to try and throw it here, and it's planted down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete.
Yeah, and they
It
heated
was
him
settled.
up. Yep, he was pretty.
42.
He was solid in warm-ups from this distance. It was beyond 45 that he struggled in warm-ups.
For the tie. And he drills it good. We are tied at 13. Knotted. But the question begs, what about the health of Devin Gardner? Will he be back tonight?
$60 million back.
Well, that one will be paid in full. Belton makes it back to the 20. No gain on the play. That'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Michigan and Penn State deadlocked at 13. The start of the 4th quarter, Penn State and Michigan deadlocked at 13. Hackenberg under duress and brought down at about the 20-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage by Frank Clark.
This is just a slugfest. I mean, both teams have the same approach. No one has a player that's really has the time and ability to make a chunk play, and neither one can protect the quarterback. And both teams are saying you can't run, so we're going to bring it. And this is like a war of attrition, because I don't know who's going to be able to make a play. Both quarterbacks are under duress every single play, it seems.
They hand it off. And right back to the line of scrimmage where he started, Bill Belton. It'll be 4th and 10. And it appears as if he's going to come back into the ball game.
Is it my imagination, or was he limping a la Willis Reed?
And you can hear the fans. Listen in. Over 109,000 here tonight. Funchess also back in the ball game after being shaken up earlier. Downfield, incomplete at the 20-yard line. Funchess tried to reach behind. Let's see what the counter is for the Wolverines offensively. Gets driven quickly into the seam, complete. And down to the 25-yard line, Norfleet with the first down. As Gardner limps out downfield. A 24-yard gain.
What a gutsy throw. He can't move. Watch him stand in there and take the hit. Now, that might have been flagged because of the hit to the helmet. There was a forearm to the helmet that went unnoticed.
C.J. Olanian with the hit on Gardner. But the ball quickly down to the 25-yard line of the Nittany Lions. Smith in a tailback. Smith runs it. Ran through one would-be tackler, makes it down to the 19-yard line. Hayes in the ball game at tailback on 2nd and 8. Gardner completes it to Funchess, and he falls forward to the 20 to pick up 4. It'll be 3rd and 5. Norfleet in motion. Pressure coming. Gets it away and incomplete. And 4th down coming up. And Gardner has to get up off his backside one more time.
Let me ask you something, partner. Should he be out there? You have a guy who can't move well enough to protect himself. Should he be out there?
Well,
he can't move. He's got the bad ankle. This is what's going to happen.
He's a statue back there.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
going to keep taking shots because he can't move and can't protect himself. Now, I'm not trying to pile on Brady Hoke, but that's the kind of analysis and thinking you do. But he doesn't seem to have a healthy quarterback that he believes in and has confidence in.
Wow, from 37 for the lead. And he makes it. Gardner, who has increased and been more verbal in his leadership role of late. It started after the loss to Rutgers. Michigan brought an extra guy right at the snap, and Hackenberg a little bit discombobulated. Jake Ryan with the pressure on him, and it's third down and a flag coming, could be grounding.
And Gardner was all on it. He was calling for that flag.
He's a guy that addressed his team in the wake of that loss against Rutgers in the locker room. He's been a bigger and more vocal leader since. Loss of 12 on the play, 3rd and 19. Sacked. They're going to spot it at the 2. Michigan defense responding.
Hey, this is Greg Madison. He's not going to bring 3 and play prevent. He's going to seal the deal. He's going to bring 4, and he's going to have a couple of safety blitz guys hanging around too. He wants pressure. They can't block him. That's how you end drives as opposed to a 3-man rush.
That's the 6th sack of the night for Michigan's defense. Gula punting in the shadows of his own goalpost right now. Almost on that back line.
Penn State, their second.
The Nittany Lions burn a timeout here.
Wow, that's not good. Oh.
And as they blast Atomic Dog over the loudspeakers, Norfleet ready for this punt. And they get a safety out of it.
That's Penn State thinking what we were thinking. We talked about earlier. Once you burn that timeout, you got no chance of getting the ball back.
Yep.
He's just going to let that go.
Over 113,000 showed up at this game tonight. There's the onside kick. Touch, bobbled, loose. Michigan touched it first, but Penn State seems to have recovered it. The Nittany Lions got it back miraculously at the 33-yard line. They've got 1 timeout remaining. But there's a flag down. Did it go the requisite distance?
Offside.
It was touched. Once it's touched, it doesn't matter.
5-yard penalty, re-kick.
But they're saying it's offside against Penn State.
That's unfortunate for Penn State because that ball was touched. Let's see where the offsides occurs. Looks like it was up there.
Couldn't have executed it any better.
Try the other side this time. Nope.
They go the same way. Got a good bounce, but this time fielded cleanly by Michigan. And Gardner limps back onto the field after Blake Countless recovers it.
Now keep in mind, Penn State used a couple of timeouts, questionable situations early in the 4th quarter, which put them in this position where they don't have enough timeouts. They didn't have enough timeouts to simply kick the ball away and play defense and get the ball back.
Devin Gardner back in at quarterback. He missed 2 series after suffering that leg injury. You still see him limping from it. But he's made the key plays when he's had to. Limps back and hands it off to Davion Smith.
He barely got there with that handoff. He can't run 3 yards.
Yeah.
He hobbled to make that handoff. You know, if I'm him, I'm looking to the sideline saying,
sure. 2nd down and 10. Nice seam off the left side for Davion Smith. And somebody lost a helmet.
Yeah, that's
entitled to some success here in the form of victory. 3rd and 3. And Smith gets the 1st down, and that might do it.
well, Michigan circled the wagons tonight. 200 former players showed up. Brady Hoke said he was still talking about a Big Ten championship. Said he wasn't worried about the outside noise. They circled the wagons and limped around.
May not have been pretty sometimes it doesn't have to be. 12 seconds to go. And they're in the victory formation. Near victory drive here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The Wolverines get the W, winning it 18-13. Gardner was 16 of 24 passing, 192 yards and a touchdown. But what we will remember more than anything else about this game was the way he limped back onto the field after being injured, got his helmet back from the training staff, and proceeded to make the timely and key plays and lead his team to the win